This is what I love about ChatGPT. I wanted to know why the old school dial-up modems made the sounds that they do, so here is its reply. The sound that the dial-up modem makes is actually it negotiating a connection with the internet service provider. When a person dials a phone number to connect to the internet, the modem sends a series of tones over the phone line to the ISP's modem. These tones are called handshake tones, and they're used to establish a connection between the two modems. During this process, the modems negotiate parameters such as the data compression and error correction protocols that they will use for the connection. The specific pattern of these tones indicates the progress of the handshake process and the status of the connection. As the connection is established and the data begins to be transmitted, the modem switches from the handshake tones to a more continuous sound that represents the data being sent and received. This sound is often described as a screeching and whistling noise and can be heard as long as the connection is active. So it's literally like they're like, ba-dum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, I got you. And like that's the connection between the phone lines, and you're actually hearing the transmission of millions of bits on the 56k hertz range that phone lines run on. So let's listen to a recording of this just to get an auditory visual representation of what's going on here. That's incredible. I don't know if you're as amazed by this as I am, but this is one of the things I love about ChatGPT. And we talk a lot about the concept of restoring our childhood curiosity on this channel, and I feel like I can see ChatGPT being used as a tool to instill this kind of excitement for our curiosities about the world. The question of why that we may have so very much abandoned from our childhood that we need to see restored in our lives. And so what this is doing essentially is allowing us to live more fulfilled lives, or more intellectually established and deeply cognitive and conscious lives that are much more, I would say, more meaningful and more fulfilling via these tools. We are essentially living the lives of 3 or 4 people in the lifespan that we've extended ourselves to, and the types of expertise that we can come to acquire and the perspectives that we can come to acquire are far greater than our ancestors just of the past 100 years, thanks to our access of the internet and our ability to use it the ways that we want to. And I'd like this channel to be at the forefront of helping people do that as well. So feel free to subscribe and share these kind of videos with people that you think they'll find interesting. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, guys.